Okay, so pardon this being a little experimental, but I just got in my new switch dock. So this thing is bulky. Without the screen protector, it would have scratched my switch screen by now. And pardon the redness, I just got out of the shower. I mean, it's just not a big fan of the original switch dock. But I see something online I've been following for a while. Rich at Review Tech USA picked up one. Said he gave his 2 cents in on that. But I had already ordered mine. It just came in, and this is it. So the switch will actually sit right in here. There's actually a little block down inside there. That notch right there is going to keep the switch, docking straight in. So we don't have to worry about, springs or any of that crap. And the back end of it is actually going to sit lower than obviously this, so all the exhaust fans on the switch itself aren't going to be blocked, and theoretically there should be a slight, probably an ever so slight improvement in the cooling. So I am sweating so bad right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just do this on stream. I'm going to obviously take apart my old switch dock, and all of the components in the old switch dock are going to go inside of this one. So this comes with all of the little screws you need, as well as a couple of screwdrivers and other tools. I'm actually not sure what the other tools do necessarily. But anyway, so we got a tri-wing and a Phillips here. You can't see them, they're pretty tiny, so I can't really show that off. We got some kind of a... I'm not quite sure what this is. It comes apart. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, it's a key ring that twists apart, and there's a screwdriver head inside of it. And I bet the other side's like that too. Yeah, so this side's a Phillips head. I don't know if it's going to focus on that. Come on, focus. Anyways, so you get that. I guess that's pretty cool. It looks like we've got some non-slip pads that we can stick to the bottom of the case here, right over the screw holes. And 2, 4. It gave us 6 of them, so I guess just in case you need to replace them at some point. And then the bag itself, which I'm going to take them out, is full of all of the little individual screws. So let's get at it here. Just okay. Sorry, this is not my usual MO for this, so it's a little jank. Okay, why are you not tightening? There we go. Alright. What is up, Kispark? Let's get started here. So, now something that kind of threw me off, let me go find it real quick, was Rich at Review Tech got a fairly tall box, and it was all in English and everything, but for some reason the box that I got looked like this. It says Miriam. There were some Chinese characters on it, like right here at the top. And at first, when you look at the picture on this, it looks nothing like the dock that I ordered. So I had a bit of a freak out moment. I was like, god dang it, they sent me the wrong thing. But when I actually opened it up, it was the, Switch dock that I had ordered. So for whatever reason, they decided to use this box. So let's see, we got some tri-wings here. Now, I'm sure everyone's seen all of these videos already, but just in case you haven't, the Switch itself, or I'm sorry, the Switch dock itself, doesn't have much to it. It's pretty much like 90% plastic. There's two small circuit boards on the inside, the big one obviously being where all the USB and HDMI stuff is at, and the other one is literally just a PC board with the USB Type-C connector on it that the Switch itself hooks into when you set it in here. There we go. Stubborn screws. So there's that. Then we got 4 more, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, I seen this thing on Amazon. It's 15 bucks. You can get red, black, or white. They did have green up for a while, but it's been since taken down as of me ordering it. Shoot, I ordered it on Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. And by the time I had tried to order it from the first time I looked at it, the green had gone away. Not sure why. The green itself isn't, or wasn't, all that green. It was more like a robin's egg blue, if anything. Okay, so first part off, and that's the flappy bit. And you can see down in here, the actual PC board is only like a quarter of the inside of this. Now, the other thing we have to do is, there's a little ribbon cable right here, right there, and we're just going to gently pry up that and disconnect that ribbon cable. And then, make sure nothing else is screwed down. We're going to pull up this end here, and there's 2 small tabs right here on this side, so you gotta be careful not to pull up too quickly. You have another cable right there. You can just use your fingernails, grab the edge of that, give it a slight pull. Well, maybe you can, I can't obviously. So I probably should have gotten a small pair of pliers. I actually don't think I have needle nose here. Just surprising. Okay, so there we go. Don't ever pull straight up like I just did. Don't do as I say, not as I do. The problem with what I just did is I just risked ripping the copper little cables here that's standing up here. If I had pulled this wrong, they would have ripped out of this plastic connector and it would have ruined the whole thing. And yeah, don't do that. That's bad. Anyways, so that's pretty much the entire Switch dock right there, other than the USB-C connector, which I'm going to get to now. So it looks like we got 3 more Phillips head screws. So let's take the included Phillips head screwdriver. By the way, if you have actual like full-size screwdrivers, Phillips head and like the taller metal pin screwdrivers, use those instead, because these are not very comfortable. If I had to do this multiple times, I would probably end up with cramped fingers pretty quickly. Alright, so there's the silver screws out that were under. Alright, so let's see here. There's no screws under that. Oh, I see them. So that's probably going to show, but 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 6 more screws. There's deep sockets there. Right here, these 3. And then on the other side, there's some more under the cables. There's Phillips head screws way down in there. So let's grab the Phillips head screwdriver again. Just get these loosened up. Okay. There's nothing there. There's one under the ribbon cable. So it looks like there were 6 more Phillips head screws after the 3 silver ones. Let's see. There we go. And then the last screw. Yeah, my hand's already starting to cramp. Yeah, if you got full-size screwdrivers for this, definitely use those. And then I'm just going to do one of those. All of the screws are out. So it looks like we had 4, I'm just going to call them big screws. They're not exactly big. I mean, they're literally smaller than the tip of my finger. It's that little one right there. Then there's 4 of those. There's 4 half-sized ones that are black. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more silver screws that appear to be the same size, holding everything together. So we're just going to gently pull this up, making sure not to damage the ribbon cable or the power pin. Okay, so this is the rest of the mechanism here. Down inside here, that's where the switch would connect. It's springy. That's the mechanism underneath. And then the purpose of the ribbon cable is for video, and then this was for the LED. You can see it goes to a little tiny board right there, and that was your LED for this. I believe the LED will remain in this dock here, the original, because I do not believe there is a spot for it in this, which is fine. I didn't necessarily need a LED for that anyways. So all we're worried about is the USB-C connector. Alright, give me a second here. There are instructions for this. Supposedly, if you do a scan of a QR code on the box it came in, this one right here, there is online and step-by-step instructions. But we're not going to do that because, Okay, so it looks like this L bracket here is going to come out like so. And then now we can get at the actual spring mechanism here. So we got 4 more screw holes on the bottom of that. What was that just fell? Rubber stopper. Okay. It's a little rubber piece here to help cushion the switch. Huh. If only they put more thought into the rest of it. Anyways, let me get that back in there so I don't lose it. So we're just going to take the 4 screws out of here to get at the USB-C charger. I am going to keep the switch, or the original switch dock, intact in case for some reason I ever want to switch back over to it. Plus, if I ever want to resell, which I don't see happening, but you never know. I'll keep it. I'll throw it back into its. I think I have the original box in the hallway closet with the where the washer and dryer are at. So there's those. All the silver ones appear to be the same size. Okay, so that comes apart. There's the springs that admittedly were a pretty good design choice. But now we're at the actual USB-C charger port. So it looks like there's actually a little heat shield of some sort right here. Just like a little tiny plastic thingamadude. All the technical terms here. So what I'm not actually sure of is how to take this out. There is a spring under it, so let's see if we can jostle that out of place. No, it's secured in place. Oh, I see. So you're supposed to slide this off, this little plastic piece. I'm probably going to keep this to put back over that when I put it in the new dock. And then there's two of like the tiniest screws I have ever seen on either side of the USB-C port. So let's get this out of here. Ooh, the spring makes it a little difficult to push down. Okay. Makes it really difficult, holy crap. So I actually need to concentrate. These screws are so tiny, plus I've got the spring mechanism adding to the difficulty, because every time I push down, the whole unit wants to slide down, of course. Oh, I think I got it. Yep. Okay, cool. So there goes that. And now the port is free of the original case. So the next part is to put everything in place. Alright, so we want the PC board in here. And it looks like the C charger is going to be right here. Okay, yeah. So the the Type-C port, the HDMI and the USB 3 are going to be upside. The whole thing's going to be upside down, and we're going to put it on this side, like that, so that they're all lined up. So when we do get everything completely together, they're going to be nice and secure in place. So we still have access to all the ports. Okay. Oop. Wedged itself in there. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screw holes, and I believe these are going to be the smaller screws in the little baggie here. Also, this, yeah, where, oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to lose any of these original screws. So we're just going to dump this all out. So it does appear that these super tiny screws, and I mean, man, these are some tiny screws. I take that back. They do not appear to go there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of the super tiny ones, but the slightly bigger ones we have a lot of. So let's see if the slightly bigger ones fit. That's really tight. I don't like that. So the super tiny screws, I think, are going to be for the actual USB-C port, which will go right here. Oh, that's something else I need to do, is I need to connect the ribbon cable back up. That would have been a bonehead move. Yeah, sorry, this is very much not scripted. And I don't normally stream on a table like this. So, we're looking at putting these 3 ports down here. Which means I can just put this down in here, like so. I just gotta figure out how this is going to twist. Tell you what, the USB-C port one is quite snug. I did forget that heat shield, however. So that's fine. Let me put that heat shield back over it. It's not a heat shield, it's for conductivity, I'm sure. I'm just talking out of my ass. Okay. Those will go like that. These super tiny screws definitely are going to be used for the USB port. Okay, there's one in. Okay. And that makes 2. Almost. Okay, so these slightly bigger ones definitely have to go in then. Are any of these different sized? No. Okay. So when I first started putting the slightly bigger screws into the mounting spots here, they made some grindy sounds, and I wasn't too happy about that. But maybe it was just a one-time deal. So yeah, the first one went in just fine. Yeah, a screwdriver with a bigger handle would be so nice. Alright, I see what I'm doing. Okay. So that one can stay, that one can stay. And the last, oh no, this one can go here. Okay. Alright, that secures down the PC board. Then, if I put it on right, that all snaps in place. And the last 4 larger screws are going to go down into these wells. Okay. to get them all in there. Okay, so other than some hand cramping and a couple of questionable moments without the instructions, that's it. Everything is in place. And our Nintendo Switch is actually going to sit in this dock. Now on the Switch, there's a little spot right here where there's a groove in the case. And like I said before, there's a groove right there, right behind the USB port that the Switch docks into. And that's going to be a guide. So basically, that's it. People were concerned with stability. I'm going to grab the back here and kind of shake it. I mean, other than flipping a table, it's pretty darn secure. I can bump it. The Switch stays in place. Push on it. I was concerned about the weight of it, not being able to hold it down, because I also had the concern about the Switch, the new Switch dock, being able to keep the Switch itself up. Yeah, all those concerns are gone. This thing is not going anywhere unless a force of nature comes by or, nerd rage. But yeah, no. So now the screen itself is 100% present, so we can see it the whole time. The two ventilation ports on the back of the Switch here and on the other side here are now open, which was previously blocked by the original Switch case. So again, theoretically, that should make the system a little cooler. And yeah, this thing is stable as all get out. So I guess the only thing at this point is to test it out. Come on. So I got the power cord here. I'm going to plug it in right behind the dock. I'm actually going to put some screws in these baggies so I don't knock them off. Some of these screws are so insanely tiny. There's that. I need an HDMI cable, which fell behind my table when I was pulling the Switch up. Or I was taking the Switch dock off my setup. Okay. We're going to have to flip it around. Pardon my messy room. So, I should really manage my room. Again, pardon the mess. I'm a slob. I know. I'm sorry. Ouch. I booped my head. Okay. Right, there's my HDMI. We're going to bring the Switch itself over. And I actually need to pull up. Let's see. HDMI is on this side, I believe. Yep. HDMI is in. And let me get my Elgato capture card turned on here. Okay. happening. I think. I am plugged in. Is the dock getting power? Alright. Did not think it was going to be that simple. Alright, so obviously I put something back on wrong. I don't think we needed the little adapter thing for the LCD power indicator. Let me take a look at a few things online. Because the switch is acting like it doesn't detect that the dock is connected. It's a USB-C, so it can't be backwards. Yep, that was it. I had the ribbon cable upside down. Yeah, it went to charge. So let's fold the ribbon cable over. Make sure that's nice and snug in there. Snap the lid back on. Flip this back over. Yeah, the switch is recognizing it now. So let's get the old SF30 Pro. There we go. Okay. So turn the SF30 Pro on. Wait for it to sync up. There we go. And blammo, we have a much smaller dock. So grab the camera here. The system is all hooked up. And it's a very secure stand, as you've seen earlier, and it did come with rubber feet, as you heard on Mr. Mario's complaint near the end there, how it slides around. So they seem to have addressed that problem as well with the new shipments. But yeah, everything is working just fine. Cool. So, thanks for sticking around for this. Very much not scripted or planned. I wasn't expecting this for at least a couple more days. Probably like Tuesday or Wednesday, since there's a holiday coming out or coming up on Monday. So this was very impromptu. And I hope you consider picking this up if you are at all concerned about your Switch getting scratched or anything. Very easy to put together, and having the much smaller size is nice just because you can just throw it into like your pocket and walk around with it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one.